Hello, conscious co-creators, and welcome to this pick a card reading today. Our topic for the reading is future gift. So we're going to be getting some insight and direction and guidance for you connected to a gift that's going to be coming up for you in the future, an opportunity that is going to be heading your way. Really excited about this. So we're going to start with 4 cards for you to choose from. And I will add some little stone chips to these to give your intuition something to work with and something to choose from. I see it, thanks. Okay, there are 4 cards. Now let me set up the stone chips for you. Okay, here you have your 4 card and group options. For card number 1, group number 1, we've got some Green Aventurine. For card number 2, group 2, we've got some Ametyst. Card number 3 and group 3, we have some Aquamarine. And for card number 4, group number 4, we've got some Yellow Aventurine. So you can take a moment, and once you have made your selection, head down to the description and click on the timestamp next to the card and group that you have chosen, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your future gift reading. If you're listening to this, you've chosen the first card here with the Green Aventurine stone, which is a very powerful healing stone. It's a gentle energy that allows you to clear and heal and elevate the power of your heart chakra, so that's interesting. Let's take a look at what you have under your gift card to see what's being brought in or going to be offered up to you here in the future. Okay, you've got the Oracle's gift. So literally the ability to, they're saying be the Oracle, right? This is a 3710 one. So in the future, there may be kind of this, it's like before you had this kind of insight or ability to channel or the ability to see maybe a higher perspective or higher wisdom, and then like after you had the ability to see and open up this gift here. Also, some of you, I'm just saying because of the depiction of the card, may be like reading tea leaves, because they do that in a cup, or scrying perhaps in water. You may be doing that kind of a practice in the future. In all cases, this is about being able to be the oracle, right? Be the channel. So some intuitive ability is going to be made clear to you, or made manifest is how they want me to say it. Okay, we definitely need some more information. We're working with the Oracle of the 7 Energies, and look at this. You've got the title card there. Wow, crazy. This is some cool vibes for this group. Okay, they want me to just read the key concepts from these cards. So I'm going to do that for you here first, so you can get a little bit of a better understanding of what we're talking about with the Oracle's gift. Second sight, yes, clairvoyance, seeing the future, fate as a future determined by the choices you make now. So being able to understand, like, if I make this decision right now, then I can see what's going to happen down the line. Seeing the signs around you, recognizing potentials versus absolute determinism. So if you have been working with your spiritual gifts at all, like if you have been working on becoming more intuitive or practicing intuition, or, you know, doing the things that you can do in a practice to connect you better to the divine, to your spirit team, etc., then this is verification for you that that is something that is coming. And, you know, I just want to side note this group, because I've been doing this for a while, and I definitely don't, this is just me, but I don't love it when people call it a gift that I have. Oh, you've got the gift of whatever, intuition, or being able to connect with, you know, spirit, etc. The only reason I don't like it is because I don't think necessarily that it is a gift. In this case, they're giving it to you as a gift kind of twice. So feel free to take that on as it resonates. But for me, it's like my whole purpose is to teach people that you are intuitive too. I mean, I do this as a job, right? And that's part of my purpose, is to be able to help people in that way. And not everybody, of course, is going to be doing that as their job, but we're all intuitive. And what this is telling us is that you are most certainly going to be tapping into your spiritual gifts, your intuitive gifts, and your gifts of sight in particular. So that clairvoyance energy, and you may have some deja vu moments where you're like, oh my God, I feel like I've been here before. You also may have flashes of sight that tell you when you go to make a decision, like, if I do this, then this is going to be the outcome of it, or this is the series of events that's going to unfold, or this is the domino effect that is going to happen as a result. We're keeping this reading quite open. They've had me kind of leave it open on purpose, I think, where we don't have specific intentions for all of the cards. So let's see what we've got under these 2 tarot cards to give us some more information. The Chariot energy and the 9 of Cups. Wow. This is wish fulfillment energy with forward movement towards success vibes. The Chariot is definitely you moving in conjunction with spirit forward toward some sort of wish come true. I also feel like what they're trying to tell us with this combination for you is you're going to know how to move forward with success. It's almost like, I hesitate to say this because you can't see the future with absolute certainty. That's not a thing. That's not a real thing. If somebody's telling you this is what's going to happen no matter what, then that's a lie. They don't know that. You have a series of choices and other people have choices and things happen and, the divine orchestration, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So things can get shifted along the path. So that's why it's impossible to tell the future because we have human free will involved. However, what they're saying to you is you're most certainly going to be able to future project a bit, and it's going to be in alignment. The key here is I wouldn't get super ego heavy with this kind of gift, group 1. I would make sure that you're staying in alignment, staying grounded. If you don't have a practice already in place where you're connecting to and getting to know your spirit team, you're definitely going to want to do that. Also, there's probably a guide who is helping you with this. More than likely, there is a guide who is helping you with this. If you haven't already met them, if you've been already working on moving forward and getting to a certain accomplishment or a certain dream that you have for yourself or a certain goal based on this, then, you're on the right track. If you're looking to get to a certain goal or dream, just in general, that doesn't have anything to do with being able to see and being more intuitive and having visions and, yada, yada, faded energy and all that. If it's a very grounded goal and dream, this gift is only going to help you move toward that dream, is what they're saying, in order for you to be able to attain it. So if you have been restricted in, taking on that or realizing that you do have this kind of power, that you can hone in on it, particularly your brow. For some of you, you may be, because it's a cup, scrying, learning tools and techniques with your vision, with your inner vision, your mind's eye, scrying, reading tea leaves, things like that. Let's see what else we have here. The Knight of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Wow. Okay. So the Knight of Swords is another movement card. It's very interesting. Yeah, I think that, okay. If this feels aligned for you, which I hope it does, because what a wonderful energy. I love it when people are open to honing in on their particular divine natural ways to channel. It sounds like this is something that you're going to naturally do, right? That this is becoming predominant in your energy. You're becoming aware of it. So it's coming into your consciousness in the future that oh, I can see that, or I have sight. And not everybody naturally receives with clairvoyance or their inner sight. For instance, I had to work on my inner sight. I can hear, right? I have clairaudience very clearly. Okay. So that was easy for me when I first started connecting. I didn't know what was going on, but I was able to hear things. And so I was able to then use that, build that up, start trusting and believing in that, start following that, doing practices around that. And from there, I was able to connect it to my brow chakra, connect it further to open up the other channels of reception. I think what they're saying here is one of your natural ways to receive is through clairvoyance or through your inner sight. And you're going to become aware of this. The Knight of Swords makes me feel like we're meant to learn more about it, or they want you to move forward with some sort of plan. And then because this is connected to the Queen of Cups here, there may be a specific person that you know that you can learn from. Maybe they offer some sort of teaching around it, something that really feels like it's calling you. I would go after that if that's the case, because it's only going to help you improve. Like, for instance, if you're taking like a tea leaf reading class, if that's offered somewhere around you and you're pulled to that, it's like, yeah, that's in alignment. That's actually going to serve you very well. The Queen of Cups also makes me feel like you need to take good care of yourself on this journey, especially if you're starting to use your gifts to reach certain goals in your life. Because this kind of, the Oracle's gifts and what they're kind of giving us here is about being able to use your sight to discern appropriately how things are most likely to unfold. Again, no one can predict the future. It only seems like people can predict the future. That's what Spirit just said, right? Because they're guessing. And sometimes they're guessing right. Sometimes the things line up in place and the vision that they had comes to actual life because these people all made these decisions and it all lined up and that was the outcome. And they saw that outcome. But in the moment that they're seeing it, it's not predetermined, because someone could just make a different choice and this is a different choice and then we're at a different kind of outcome or not quite that, what they predicted. But I think that you are going to be able to visualize or see down the line of, like if you're at a crossroads or a fork in the road, down the line of what that's going to present to you or what kind of effect that's going to have on your life or say the life of someone else. If you're already really involved in doing this for yourself, or maybe this is your profession perhaps, or something you just want to get into on the side as a hobby, that is definitely in alignment for sure. I want to see who's helping you with this and what kind of messages they have now. Okay, Anne and Leap of Faith. Yeah, so this generally comes in if someone's trying to hone their spiritual gifts or noticing that they're having something coming up, because this kind of a gift is kind of disarming, usually, when you first start feeling it or recognizing that it's happening. Like you may see flashes of things and it freaks you out. Or in my case, right, like I was hearing things and it was freaking me out. And so you have to kind of hone in on that. And here it says, take a risk and put your heart's desire into action. If it is truly something that in your heart, you know that it's going to serve you, that it may help others in the future, or that you're just curious about, is what I want to say, that you're just curious about learning more about this. And it's not going to harm you to get more connected to your divine gifts, to get more connected to your spirit team in whatever way that you best receive. So they're telling you here with Anne, she's kind of helping you like take that leap. It feels often like a leap into belief when this happens, right? You're like, this can't be right. Like, this seems ridiculous. There's no way this is true. Like, I'm making this up. That kind of whole narrative that your mind will kind of throw you into. But here we can see that they're wanting you to take that leap of faith because it really looks like it's only going to lead you to this feeling of better understanding yourself with the Queen of Cups, better understanding other people, perhaps having more compassion for yourself, taking better care of yourself, reaching certain goals that you've always wanted. And so it's worth it for you to kind of leap into this as it arrives. Okay, of course, Athena and tapping into inner wisdom. There's an owl indicator there. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So again, if you're looking to make a decision, it just feels like this is where that gift is going to really aid you, at least for starters, where it's going to pop up, because it was in the verbiage of this card, right? Fate as a future determined by the choices you make now. So it's like you can kind of see something that's going to be the outcome if you make this decision or you make that decision, and you're doing that through your inner wisdom. Also, A's A's are the first letter of the alphabet. This is a 10-1. This is really a new path for you to be going down. I know it can be a bit scary, but you can see here that they're most certainly guiding you to take that, leap of faith and really allow yourself to lean into this. You have the ability to connect to the wisdom. Remember, you're a divine being, right? You're a divine being in a body. So Spirit's offering you up the Oracle's gift as a gift. Then it may be that you've reached a certain marker in your life or a certain point on your journey where it's time for you to open up and be privy to some of this kind of divine connection and information. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, the goals card. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. So it's if you're using this or trying to hone in on it for certain desires or dreams that you do have, this is only going to help you do that. Also, if you have goals around it, like I said, you're starting some new learning skills around it, it's only going to help you progress further. Cracker. Positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune await. Lovely. They're saying it's connected to this because of the number, the 7. The Chariot is a 7. So yeah, this is a really positive turn of events, I think, in your life here, group number 1. Maybe it's something that you never thought you would be able to do and you've always wanted to do it. Whatever it is, it's just going to help you move forward with a different kind of wisdom, with a different kind of alignment. Yeah, with a different kind of excitement, they're saying. Because good fortune, love, and joy is awaiting you, right? Positive energy, progress, and positive and personal goals will be reached. It's your time, essentially, to own this kind of, I have to do this, bunny ears, right? Quote unquote gift that you have. Really what it is recognizing that this is the way that you most predominantly receive and that it's important for you to use that, not only for your benefit, and it's not in an egotistical way. It's not about that. It's more about getting to know yourself better and helping yourself on your path, Oh, there's 2 here. Do you want these? No. See, like that. I heard no when I asked that. Here it is. I heard the word no. They didn't show that to me that time, but for you, you might have seen the word no when you ask a yes or no question because of the clairvoyance energy. You might be scrying in the water and learning that technique, and then you see the no in the water, right? We all receive just a bit differently. Intuition is very individual, and so this is about learning how to hone your gift. Very cool. Stag spirit and leadership. Wow. This tells me a couple of things. Number 1, what they're saying is it helps you to be a better leader in your life. So wherever that's showing up for you, maybe in your family, I feel like you're going to you may already give really good advice, group number 1. People may come to you and feel group 1 knows what to do. They know exactly what I need to hear, or they always say the right thing, or they always say the thing that makes sense and helps me. I feel like this kind of a gift that's being provided for you, if you lean into it and you tap into it, it's only going to help you help others, whatever it is that you do. I'm just listening because I feel like they're talking about the leadership over your own life, the responsibility over your own life, that as you're learning this kind of technique or honing your gift, and because when you step into belief around intuitive work like this, and you start crafting and honing, getting to know the way that you receive, and you can be a bit skeptical, but once you start stepping into belief, and things will happen that are coincidental, but they're not, and it's just your mind will eventually get out of the disbelief because there's just no way that could have logically happened, right? And it just feels like you're going to be able to step into a different kind of leadership role in your own life and on your path. And you must have hit a marker here, group number 1. Yeah. Exactly. Standing stones passage. Okay, perfect. 39 and 40, the cards, they're consecutive. This is most certainly you walking through. So you've hit some sort of a marker on your path where you've gotten to a certain place where now this gift is going to aid you and you got to move through the passage. You have to say like yes to it. That's why they want you to be noticing where it is you can learn more about it, what kind of practices you can use, what you could put in place to help you through this passage. Because it really is like a transition to being able to receive and channel. It's a different kind of world when you're open to that than when you think that doesn't exist. And so for you, this is about to become a real part of your life to aid you along your way. And it is going to feel like, you know, you're moving. Look, she's like literally moving into the cosmos, moving into a new world, being able to, again, lead your life in a different way, or perhaps help other people in a different way. Or, you know, you can share this kind of gift with others, right? Gift with others too. This is a fun card, so we're going to see what kind of guidance comes from this for you now. Ooh, from scratch. Card number 6 from scratch. Okay. It's like you've got all the ingredients. I will read this because the descriptions are just so fun that like I can't not read them in a reading. So I will read it to you. But the idea is you've got all the ingredients. You already have this within you, which is true. It's like you've already had this. You had to hit some sort of a marker here. And now it's time for you to move through the passage into this inner wisdom. Take the leap of faith to go and move into learning about this and honing this kind of skill and this gift, right? Because everybody has the ability to do that. It's just, it comes in very different ways for everyone. Okay, so this says, congratulations. You've got all the ingredients for every one of your dreams to come true. That's that 9 of Cups right there. Everything is now within reach. What are you waiting for? It's not going to bake itself. Quit looking and start cooking. So if you've been like on the outskirts going like, I wonder, oh, it's so cool that that person can channel. It's so cool that this person can do that, or they can see things, or they hear things, or they feel things. And you, I wonder if I could do that. Oh, it would be really cool if I could do that. Well, you can. You have all the ingredients. Stop looking, start cooking means get into it. Start learning about it. Put a practice in place. The more that you practice, the easier it becomes, right? That's what happens. The more connected you're going to be. The channel widens and things start to become more clear. They start to make more sense. You know, the more curious you are, as opposed to being in, what was the word that they used in this card? Spirit. Well, I'm just not waiting for them to remind me. I'm just going to read it. Absolute determinism. So recognizing the potential or stepping into the wonder versus absolute determinism, you know, black and white energy, this or that, always being in your head, always having to put something in a box. The more that you open up that channel, it's going to start being filled with kind of like wisdom that maybe your mind could never have thought of. And what they're saying with this fun card is like, you already have this within you. We're just going to be gifting you the consciousness around it. And we're hoping that you will take that as an indication to start working with it. Again, for yourself and others. Okay, we're getting affirmations to close your reading. Let's see what we have here for you, group 1. I speak with confidence because the world needs my light. So this, the world needs my light kind of thing, always reminds me of someone who may have been kind of keeping themselves small and not believing in themselves, of course, but keeping themselves small and not allowing your authentic nature to come out, or in this case, your abilities, your natural abilities to come out. So take that as it resonates, but I'm going to take it like the world just needs your light, group number 1. And we want to make sure that you understand that. You can feel free to take this if it resonates. I speak with confidence because the world needs my light. If I want to feel supported, I must support myself. Ooh, okay. This is like if people in your life feel like you're nutso or you're crazy, like my husband, he didn't believe me for a long time. You know, he thought I was crazy. And it took a certain moment and a certain download that I would have no idea about for him to be like, oh my God, maybe this is like real. Right? Oh my God, like, ah. And then there's like disbelief. So this is making me feel that way. Like if you're going through this passage and you're working with what you have and you're trusting in yourself and you're being offered this gift and you're becoming conscious of this and you're doing the work and somebody doesn't get it in the future, that's okay. If you want, don't look for the support from external human beings, especially ones that don't get it, right? That don't get it. It's okay for people to not understand you. It's okay for people to not like you. It's okay. If you have something to share, then it's okay to share it, but don't expect that other human beings are going to completely support it or understand what you're saying or what you're doing. I mean, the spiritual realm is a mystery, and a lot of people feel uncomfortable kind of diving into that pool, right? And so if that's you, I think they're asking you to take that leap of faith. But if other people don't get it, then that's okay. Make sure that you're asking for support from your own self and your own heart center, and of course, your spirit team, and kind of lean back on the support from the physical realm if you need to, because the more that you tune into it for yourself and the more that you're curious, it will come around. It will end up coming around. All right, let's pull a charm to close your reading, group 1. How exciting. Wow. You've got the eagle charm. This is the leadership energy, independent energy, being able to soar to new heights, see higher perspectives, higher knowings, higher understandings, and doing it with strategy, right? So there is some sort of strategy that is connected to this. So I would say if you are open to this and you start getting this energy that this is coming or that you understand it, and ask for spirit. That's what I would say. Ask for spirit to send you. What do I need to know or understand about this? What can I study? What kind of practice do I need to put in place? And they'll provide it for you so that you have some sort of focus, attention around something, especially if you do have goals and dreams that are outside of intuitive goals and dreams that you want to reach. The intuition's only going to help you reach those goals and dreams. So this group definitely needs a practice, especially when this gift comes in and makes itself evident to you. But you have all the skills to be able to step into this energy, move through this passage and use what it is that you have with focused attention to soar and to understand from a higher perspective. So I hope that this serves you for today. Really exciting energy coming for you in the future. You literally have the Oracle's gift as your gift, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group 2, and welcome to your future gift reading. If you are listening to this, you've chosen the second card, second group with the amethyst stones. So we're going to take a look first at what your future gift is, and then we'll get some more information for you. Ooh, it's card number 40 and the land between. Being able to, they're saying like bridge the gap, be in the space between with ease. They are having me read from the book for this. We're using the Oracle of the 7 Energies, so I am going to read the key concepts as they've asked me to for each of these cards. Let's see what that says. Being between worlds, learning to be okay while at the threshold of what was and what will be, a time of waiting and evolving, gray areas, something essential yet still in development, and metamorphosis. So the gift of being in the gray area, which is not always the worst gift to have, I will say. And this is card number 40. So there's a stabilizing energy that comes in this kind of in-between land. Even the card itself is depicted where you're kind of like on a pedestal energy. It's like we're stopping for a moment to see something different or to observe something or to learn something or to get a different view. And there's like this energy of stars. It doesn't feel like we're lost in space. It feels like you're getting the gift of patience. And I love the gray area, if I'm honest. The gray area, Spirit often says, is where we live, right? That's where us human beings mostly live, in the in-between. Some things not yet closed and some things not yet beginning. Most things are in the in-between, right? Like when we look at the path of life, there is a finite energy to it. It's like there is a beginning and there is an end. And so everything is kind of also in the in-between. The gift here is having patience and waiting and feeling this calm when you are in some sort of a metamorphosis or a shift or a change. And instead of feeling like you are in the valley here in the in-between, like you're lost in a valley or you're kind of stuck somewhere, I believe the gift that's coming in for you is to rise above that and understand that there's just another bridge that you're going to take in just a moment. It's sort of feeling this energy of relaxed relief in the in-between, or being privy to certain understandings or pieces of wisdom, perhaps, that you don't get if you're, oh no, they want this one on that side, okay. Being privy to pieces of wisdom and understandings and insights that you don't get when you're actively walking on the bridge. So there's some sort of gift of a break that's coming up for you here, group number 2. So this reading, they've asked me to keep pretty open. We don't have super solid intentions for each of the placements of the cards. So let's first see what we're getting with the tarot for you. The Ace of Swords. So this is a new beginning for sure. And also clarity, truth, insights, etc. Like I said, this feels kind of like you're on a pedestal, you're floating as opposed to falling. And the Emperor, yeah, okay, very cool energy. This is the gift of understanding something and it putting you in a power position here. This is also a 4. Yeah, this is connected to this. There's some piece of it, like think about an emperor when they're trying to build an empire or they want to make a shift or a change. The emperor is the father of the major arcana, right? So it's this feeling of like having things in a place where things are controlled or taking the lead, creating a business that feels really set up nicely and the things are in place and, you have the layout for it and you've got what you need and you're able to execute on it. That's who the emperor is, right? The protection energy, overseeing his empire. But before he gets to be the emperor, or start the new land that he's starting, right? He purchased himself somewhere. And I think that's what's happening is they're giving you the gift of being in the in-between. And if your mind gets involved in that to stop or block you, you may feel like it's the worst place to be. And they're trying to give you this message, if you've chosen this group, that it's absolutely not the worst place to be. This is the opposite of the worst place to be. This is about to ground you with new ideas and new insights, but you have to be able to stay open. You've got to be willing to not run across this and run right to the next bridge. There has to be this kind of pause that's going on for you to be able to get these insights, to be able to understand maybe a plan that you need to make, or to be able to get clear on something for this new path that you're going to be embarking on after you've spent some time in the gift that's going to be provided for you, of course, which is the in-between, or on this kind of like pedestal. It's floating. We've got the 8 of Cups and the 6 of Swords. Okay, they're giving us a little insight into maybe what's happening here, or perhaps guidance about how to get you into that energy. Okay, so the 8 of Cups is a manifestation card that asks you to kind of let go and to depart from anything that is really bothering you emotionally, or that's not working for you, or that's upsetting you. To walk away from the things that are not working. And so if you have yet to come into the in-between and you're listening to this because it's a future gift, when this occurs, or when you do end up in the in-between here, the land between, it's literally a land. It's not like you're, again, in the depths of something. This feels like we're elevated here. It may be because you're walking away from something that's really not serving you, or you're taking a break from something that hasn't been working well for you, as maybe it's been causing a lot of emotional turmoil or making you feel ungrounded, certainly, because that's what we're going for here. We're trying to get regrounded, realigned in this in-between. So they're giving you the gift of that period of time, essentially. The 6 of Swords is a peaceful, harmonious calming of the mind after a difficult or challenging time. So this is a card of harmony. And so the walking away, if it hasn't been done yet, this may be your sign to go ahead and do that, because there's this beautiful land between that's going to be gifted to you, that's going to offer you up not only new insights, but new insights that are going to provide you with peace of mind or a more harmonious, supported path forward. And I think they're going to give you new ideas about how to build moving forward. And that's when you'll be able to kind of like cross the bridge and move into the next land, right? Like move to this side, or to this side, whichever way you are going. especially if you're at a crossroads right now, if you're already in the in-between in some area of your life, they're telling you to look at it as a gift, because the 4 energy is prominent. It keeps like kind of, really pulling me to that energy with the Emperor next to it. It feels like this is meant to ground you. It's not meant to upset things. It's meant to actually ground you and align you so that you can receive whatever it is that you're meant to receive, which is nice. Sometimes we're moving forward steadily and sometimes we're in a waiting period, and, the patience or the waiting, it's not always the most fun. What they're saying is to make it a positive experience for yourself. Your perspective on it is probably going to matter a whole lot. Let's see what else we have coming in for help with these goddess cards. Nematona, sacred space. Right? Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. Could we have a better power place indicated? I don't think so. Basically, this is telling you, she's helping you to sit in that energy, right? To understand the gift of it, and perhaps I'll just say, to create a space that works for you in your own environment. So if you have like a space that's really chaotic or perhaps causing some emotional distress, like let's say at work, you're, being met with some difficult things or a difficult person. When you come home, you want to actually physically create a space that you can come home and feel relieved, to open your mind, to feel realigned, to feel that peace, that harmony energy. So you may actually want to create a physical sacred space that is representative of this land between that is the gift. Okay. This in and of itself is a floating sacred space, right? Green Terra, start delegating. Ooh, okay. Ask others, including me, so you can ask her, love working with Green Terra, by the way, to help you instead of trying to do everything yourself. Okay, so maybe there are some of the things that are really bothering you or that are making you feel overwhelmed that you don't have to do anymore. So, you can ask her for help, of course, but also if there are things that you need to let go of or you're doing everything on your own, and there's just a break. You need to take a break, and that is the gift. And so maybe it's a break from some of the activities that you're doing. Some of your responsibilities need to be delegated. You will know what this is. And if you don't, then call in Green Terra to help you, because she will help you to understand what you can let go of, what you can walk away from that's causing you unneeded stress or emotional, it could be sadness, it could be upheaval, it could be overwhelm. That's the kind of thing you want to take off your plate right now while you're in the gift of the land between. Don't keep carrying it at this time. It doesn't mean you might not pick it up later, but I think that there's a definite message here that says you need to let go of it for now, please. Or at least give it to somebody else for the moment, because they can probably handle it, with ease, perhaps, they just said. With ease. Interesting. Oh, okay. Let's see what other messages we have for you. The Owl, 23. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. Okay. There we go, group 2. We're putting it right on that Ace of Swords in the sacred space. So it's really allowing for yourself to not feel like you have to push forward. This is the gift. The gift is the land between, the space between, the messages and the wisdom that's going to be found as you are transitioning from one bridge to another to get to a different space altogether. Leaning into this energy. I love that because it's very clear. New insights, new messages, wisdom, great wisdom. Also, of course, the Owl coming in there. Let's see what else we have. The Moon. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. The Moon is a card, of course, of intuition. It's a card of reception. It's a card and an energy that deals with the feminine aspects of things, which is all about reception, receiving. And so getting the Moon card in this position, we want to be able to listen to your intuition. Again, the wisdom that's coming through. What does your intuition say? As opposed to pushing. Feminine energy, again, is a reception. If we had the Sun energy, we would be moving. Instead, we're waiting. We're open. We want to be open to receiving. So they're telling you, pay attention to what your intuition is telling you. especially on a delegation energy or something to do with your mind. If your mind is going crazy or it's in conflict, your intuition is going to help to calm that energy by bringing in perhaps a new insight or a message for you that says, actually, this is the truth of this, and you don't have to worry about that anymore, or you're overthinking that, or this is what you can let go of and free up some space. Move ahead confidently. It feels like if you lean into the reception of the land between, you will be able to then, move forward in a confident manner. You're not going to be in this like either conflicting or overwhelmed energy anymore, because you've taken the gift and said, thank you very much for this time between. Thank you very, very much for this space between. Okay, let's see what other messages we have for you, group 2. I don't know, the land between is sounding kind of nice, really. It's a nice break. I mean, for some of you, you may actually want to plan a little trip or some time away if that's available for you. If not, that's okay too. You can find those spaces and places in your everyday life, and just the consciousness around understanding that this is the gift that is coming. A pause. Sometimes like things will get slow, or things will feel like there's not much going on, right? Or, there's a break in some aspect of your life and it causes anxiety. Here now you understand it's not meant to cause anxiety. It's actually quite the opposite. They're giving you the space. Playfulness and the elves, how fun. Okay, this is a 15-6. Here, they want me to go here to the 6 of Swords. So again, to transition your mind into a more harmonious energy, they're telling you here that you may have elementals. Elves are elemental guides, nature, going out into nature, having some fun, leaving room to play, tapping into your childlike self. Doing that will help to transition your mind. So it's not like you're just sitting here in Om or sitting here pacing in the land in between, pacing back and forth in anxiety. They want you to have some fun in the space between. They don't want you to have to just sit there and worry or sit there and meditate and wait for the sign or the symbol or the insight, Make the best of it. Have some fun. Ah, there's the Raven spirit with truth. Yeah. I mean, there's so many indications that the gift of the land in between is just the setup for the gift of insight, the gift of truth, the gift of clarity in order to be able to reclaim your power. Yes, first I would say over your mind, but also it just feels like over your own path. Like to know what to do, to know which way you're headed, to know what feels grounded, to know what you need to set up, etc. It's nice to know that. Sometimes we're so wrapped up in the day-to-day that we just can't get the clear signal. And so when they give you this energy, when they give you this pause, or if you're already in the pause, playfulness and truth together, that's nice. That tells you if you're too serious, you may be missing something or blocking or restricting that clarity, that truth from coming in, that wisdom from coming in, right? Playfulness, femininity, reception, truth, it all goes together there. Okay, let's get a message from the Oracle of Eve for you. This is a fun deck. And whenever I pull from it, I do love to read. Oop, there it is, popping out. Love to read the description because they're just so fun. Ooh, oh my goodness, you guys. Look at the number. No wonder that number has been popping into my face from that card. The land between is the jackpot. It's jackpot energy. Wow. That's amazing. No wonder that thing flew out of the deck. Like, it's me. It's me. I am the card. Okay, let's read. So fun. Do you see dollar signs? They're circling around you like a veritable cyclone. Everything in your aura is pointing to material gain. Do you want to manifest a new house, more love, a better job, a new life, maybe a bigger pocketbook, maybe Gucci? Bingo. Might be wise to make some room. So this is the space, making the room in the land in between to welcome in the jackpot energy, which is just abundance, right? Like abundance in whatever it is you're going for, whatever it is you want. I think you're going to get some information about how to step into this energy. And we're not talking about this from an ego perspective either. Money is just a material form of abundance. But if you want love or a relationship, there's a break that needs to come in here. And it's a jackpot, 40/40 with the Emperor. Amazing, absolutely amazing energy. I'm excited for you, group 2. Not only do you get the break, but you open up the channel, your intuition becomes stronger. You get to put yourself on a floating pedestal of spirit that is connected to having fun and truth energy and like creating a peaceful state. Maybe you get to kind of delegate some of your responsibilities and take it all in, knowing that what's up ahead is really a jackpot energy, right? You're getting things in place. These insights are not just coming in for nothing. They're directed for you to move forward when it's time. Cool. Okay. Final messages for you. We're going to get a couple of affirmations. Of course, if you feel called to use them or write them down, feel free to do that. Oh, okay. I guess this one wants to be looked at first. It says, I trust that my gut reaction is the truth. We've got truth and the moon with the intuition here. Underneath the surface of my fears. Okay, so if you're nervous, as you start to continue to trust your intuition, they're giving you a little hint here about how you can do that. Whatever your gut is saying is connected to the truth, is connected to the wisdom. It's like, it's correct. So learning how to trust your gut and trust your intuition and trust the messages that you are receiving, especially as they are aligned with the truth, even if your mind's popping up with some fear. You are not the victim. You are the lighthouse. And you are the lighthouse on a pedestal in between lands. It's very cool. This is something that allows you to connect to your source within so that you can move forward lit up. So maybe it's been difficult lately for you, or it's been more hard than you'd like it to be, right? And it's put you in this position where you feel like, oh my God, is this ever going to end? Like, am I ever going to be able to get to a space where I feel like I can move forward, or where I feel good again, or where I'm feeling this jackpot energy? And the answer to that is yes. And the gift is going to be given so you can sit in this energy and realize, oh, wait a minute, I'm not a victim. I can take my power back. So you ask Spirit, how do I do that? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to release? What do I need to walk away from? Show me, tell me, help me understand the wisdom that's going to set my mind into a supportive energy, as opposed to like, bringing you down or making you feel like, oh my God, everything happens to me. It's like always this. I'm never lucky. I'm never this or that. Instead of that victim mindset, you're like, no. We're going to change this. And when I walk over this bridge, you may walk forward after being in the land in between in a very different energy. Much more positive, I think. Again, just honoring that it is a period of transition, and that's okay. Things are always transitioning. So when this space becomes available to you, remember it is connected to a jackpot and lots of insight and wisdom for you to reclaim that light within, because you are the lighthouse. You're not the victim. And your intuition is going to be sparking all over the place. So make sure that you're trusting it. All right, we'll pull a charm to close your reading, group number 2. Make sure you're looking for the 4s too. I just have to say that. Oh my goodness. Jackpot energy for sure. Look at that. Horseshoe. That's a lucky charm right there to close out your reading. The land between is a jackpot with luck. That's a lucky turn of events, lucky energy. I mean, if you see a horseshoe, it's an indication, right, that you're in the right spot at the right time, especially if you're trying to be patient. Look for those horseshoes, but this just feels like a lucky kind of gift that's going to be given to you that may have been perceived initially by your mind as like not good, but it's connected to really positive, prosperous, abundant kind of energy. So I hope that this serves you as you move forward, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your future gift reading. If you're listening to this, you've chosen the third card, the third group, with the Aquamarine energy. So let's first take a look at the future gift that's coming in for you. Ooh, the uncharted sea, a new path, a new adventure, literally. 46-10-1. So something is closing, something is opening up, an opportunity for sure is, I'm guessing, being presented. Could be across the globe, could be that you're moving somewhere. Yeah, look at the compass here as well. They're asking me to read from the Oracle of the Seven Energies book, the key concepts for each of these. So let's take a look at yours. This just feels like some travel here. So an opportunity. Stepping into the unknown without a map. Moving beyond your comfort zone. Choosing to do things differently. Trusting the ebb and flow of life. Being in the dark and letting curiosity lead. The faith that all will be well. So I personally feel like you are going to be offered a new opportunity and you are not going to know entirely what it includes. You know, you're going to have to trust in the uncharted seas. It's a thing that you've never probably done before. Maybe a place you've never been before. It feels exciting. I just think that, you know, with any kind of new uncharted path or uncharted territory or new path, I mean, this really gives the energy of the Fool card. You kind of just have to leap and you have to trust. The gift here is the opportunity to explore. So this is a group that needs to be really open to what might be presented to them that feels like perhaps out of your comfort zone, feels very unknown to you. Makes you maybe a bit nervous, but that good kind of nervous, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's some anticipation energy is coming here. They're saying parts of it you're gonna have to like fake it till you make it kind of vibe. So it's not you're not lying, but you're just going like, I'll figure it out as I go along. It's gonna be fine. Let's see what other information we get here. They're asking me to keep this reading and these readings pretty open, so we're not designating specific intentions. We're just seeing what the cards say. Ooh, the Judgment card, okay. This is a Spirit calling card with the Ace of Cups, so something you're gonna love. They're giving you a hint there. Also, maybe emotional because we have all this water with cups energy. Cups are definitely emotions, but definitely a new beginning. That's confirmation for me. That's asking you to rise. So the Judgment energy is about Spirit calling you to your next level. This is something that is going to perhaps get you in a mindset where, again, you're saying, do I have the credentials for this, or am I going to be able to do it? And do I have what I need? Do I have the resources I need? Do I have the talent? Do I have the capabilities? And Spirit is telling you ahead of time, yep, you do. I know that it might be a little bit scary, but we're calling you. This is time to ascend. When you get a Judgment energy, I like to tell people it's not always like rainbows and sunshine when you're ascending, when you're moving up the ladder, when you're elevating, right? When Spirit calls you to elevate, there may be some challenges along the way, maybe some obstacles in the uncharted seas, the unknown things that you just pop up and you don't know how you're going to deal with it, but you figure it out. It's definitely a new path being offered, and I think it's something that you're going to love. Will you answer the call is the question, because I feel like this particular gift is a bit unknown. Like Spirit doesn't even know if you will be saying yes to this. The High Priestess, intuition, 9 of Wands, interesting. Okay, couple of messages with this coupling. The first thing they're saying is if you can tap into your intuition when this gift comes along, this opportunity, you will know that you will be able to make it through, that you have what it takes. But you have to listen within yourself. You can't go on what your mind is saying, is basically what they're saying. So again, maybe outside of your comfort zone, maybe a whole new area of life altogether, maybe a whole new sector that you've never been in before, and you are going to be faced with learning some new things or needing to be open. Maybe you're like starting at the beginning from something when before you were at the top of your game here, but now you're starting at the very beginning and having to work your way up or move your way up or learn new things to get you to a place or a position of mastery. The High Priestess is the intuitive. So they're telling you here, we're asking for you to rise. Your intuition will know. the High Priestess doesn't really speak a lot. She's usually depicted like as a mute or talked about as a mute. She's not talking. She's just knowing. So that's why they're saying here with the Nine of Wands, this is a card that tells me that, you know, it might be heavy sometimes. It may be a path that you are having to, again, do some work on or be met with some challenges, successes, you know, the ups and downs of the uncharted sea. But you'll be able to persevere through it. You'll be able to do it, which is really cool. It's just that your intuition is what's going to tell you that, not necessarily your mind. That's how they're giving that energy. So the first message is make sure that you're listening to your intuition here and not your mind. Your heart, a path for your heart and your intuition is going to lead the way. There's no swords, no mental stuff. And then the Nine of Wands, your intuition will tell you that you will persevere, that you'll be able to make it through this. To the elevation point is what they want me to say. So meeting the goal or what have you. The other piece of this is the Nine of Wands just indicates that sometimes you might have to be hanging in there. You might, you know, like I said, it might not be so easy all the time. And to be prepared for that, to be prepared to rely on your intuitive senses and your sense of knowing around yourself, especially if you're in an uncharted situation or if you are in a space where you're learning something new and you don't know when to kind of go with it and when to like ask a question or be in wonder. You have to trust your intuition on this path. It's going to lead you beautifully. In the end, I think this is something that you are really going to love. You're probably going to feel so proud of yourself. You'll probably learn so much new stuff. You'll definitely be at the top of this precipice, so you'll have risen to a new height by the end of this. Very cool. Yeah, but Spirit keeps going like, we're not sure yet, Jodie, like if they're up for it. Let's see what other information we can get for you here on this opportunity. Group 3, please. This is a goddess deck. Get some goddesses if you feel called in to call them in or if they're resonating with you. Ooh, do you want this one? Yeah, okay. Ooh, that was prominent. Let's see here. Kali, endings and beginnings, not surprising. Like I said, 46-10-1 there. We know this is a new path happening, so you can call her in. She's great for endings and beginnings to call her in. It says the old must be released so that the new can enter, and that is entirely true. She's who helps you with the cycles of life, right? So even if it's hard or it's scary or it's uncomfortable or it's super exciting, like she's there to help the transition into the uncharted waters or the new path. Wow, expect a miracle. See, okay. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. And I was going to pick another card that was sticking out like this, but this card like made sure it showed itself to us. This is important. Mother Mary coming in, especially connected to the High Priestess, tells us that if you tune into your intuitive knowing, you will know that this is something good that's being offered to you, even though your mind might be like, you have no clue what you're doing. What are you thinking? You think you're going to say yes to this? Are you nuts? Like, that's not the best idea you've ever had. It's like, yes, it is. Something needs to end. You may have to take like a leap of faith here, but with Mother Mary, have faith that your prayers have been answered and your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So the gift is an answer to your prayer, the opportunity, if you will. Even though I think your brain will be like, but this isn't what I asked for, you know? Interesting energy for this group for sure. Okay. Let's see what else we have for you here. Whoa. Oh my God. That's great. I love this. Look at how exciting this was. I mean, this card is like, I feel like you're going to meet new people. This card jumped right out. It's like, I am going to be seen. Plus, guess what? It is a 1, right? It's a new abundant path. Lucky times are ahead of you, along with good news, success, and prosperity. Expect a miracle. It's coming. Wow, group 3. That was great. And flowers, 11. More ones. Ones. This group has ones. That's your number here. And even this, right? This could be seen as an 11. The arches. This is the second card, number 2 card in the Major Arcana. But look at that. Okay, 11, be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. Success, reaching that pinnacle, rising up, and emotional fulfillment, again, this is a path that you're going to love, are yours. Wow. Gerber, they're saying the word Gerber. So maybe Gerber daisies are, or Gerber flowers are like an indicator for you. Like if you're looking for a sign and you see some Gerber daisies or you see something that's pink, a pink flower. No, they're saying Gerber again. So apparently it's just the Gerber for you, group 3. Be generous because success and emotional fulfillment are yours. Lucky times are ahead of you along with good news, success, and prosperity. All ones. This group is my one group for sure. Let's see what else we've got here. Yeah, I see it. They're like, see how the judgment card is listed as well? It's listed with 2 10s like this. This is card number 20, but you see how it's like 10, 10, right? 1, 1. If we break that down, lots and lots of ones in this spread. Something cool is coming. Is it this? Is it this? No, that's a no. Is it this? No, it's this one. Okay, thank you. All right, let's see what else we have here for you. The dragonfly spirit and change. Love that. Kind of not surprising. It's a 12-3, and that feels like this is it feels like a magical creative kind of change, like an inspiring change is coming from this card for you. Yeah, the uncharted sea, the new beginning. It's going to feel inspiring and exciting. The crystal cave and trust. Again, this feels like we're trusting our intuition. We're going to know. Make sure that you go within yourself to understand and do that check. Spirit's not going like, trust me, period. I mean, of course, they're always saying that, but they want us to check in with our own divine understanding in order to be able to say, yes, this feels right. Yes, this is a go for me. Yes, this is the path I want to take. I'm in agreement. And like I said, I feel like they're not telling me that you're definitely going to do this. This is just a gift that's going to be offered to you, an opportunity, a new path, a new beginning. And they're telling you things need to change and are going to change if you do this, but you need to be able to trust your own self, trust your own intuition, trust that this is going to be abundant and that you do have what it takes. You need to know that within yourself in order to be able to embark upon the uncharted sea that's being given to you. There's some belief and some trust in the unknown that will be required from you. And so that's why Spirit's like, we don't know. We hope they say yes. I mean, who doesn't want this kind of awesome opportunity? But you have to maybe get through some fears. Again, it might be uncomfortable, out of your comfort zone kind of vibe. I hope you say yes, group 3. Okay, we're looking at the Oracle of Eve for a fun message here for you. Okay. And I will read from the book just because they're so fun. 34, pick up after yourself. Interesting. It feels like a card that doesn't want you holding your own self back. Let's read the message. Okay, so fun. Pick up after yourself. The blame game is over. It's time to realize that the only person who can affect you in any way is you. Within your own mind is the answer to every question and the power to accomplish anything. Take charge, be accountable, and let's do this thing. It's almost like a guide is coming in to give you this like pump up message. So I would remember that when this opportunity gets presented to you. They're like, hey, this is nobody else's decision but yours. You got this. We know you got this. What did it say? Let's do this. Take charge, be accountable, and let's do this thing. So fun. Okay, I'm going to close out your reading with a couple of affirmations. If they feel like they're resonating with you, feel free to write them down, take them in, repeat them to yourself. There's one. Okay, we have just one more, please, for group 3. Let's see it. All right. And you have, when in doubt, I play it out. Interesting. Okay. So if you're feeling nervous, they're saying, then look down the line, look down the line intuitively. It's like thinking about it. What did that say again? They're wanting me to refer. Within your own mind is the answer to every question and the power to accomplish anything. So it's like, when in doubt, actually go down that line. Do the active visualization of what happens if I choose this. You know, what can I expect to, what I want to say is receive, but what can you expect to be asked of? Like what is going to be asked of you is a better way to say that. You know, does your intuition say that you're going to be able to thrive, that you're going to be able to move through this? I speak with confidence because the world needs my light. Another group got this, and this is important. This is about owning your light in the world and trusting that it's important for you to be a part of this world, that the world needs your light. And if you need to speak up for yourself, of course, this card is saying, you know, go ahead and do that. If it feels like it's connected to your truth. I also wonder, group 3, if this card is coming up for you because, you know, this could be something that people don't expect you to do or didn't think that you would ever want to do or are just surprised by. And so they want you to kind of like own your light if that situation arises and you say yes to it, right? Like when this gift comes, this opportunity, and you're saying yes, or you're even fielding it, like someone may be like, why are you even thinking about this? Are you nuts? This is so far out of your comfort zone, or this is so far out of your wheelhouse. Like, why would you even entertain this? Speak up, because it's important for you to follow your own inner light, and the world obviously needs it. And I just feel like you're going to meet new people on this, have these opportunities, and learn probably a lot more about yourself in doing this. So yeah, this feels like a really cool opportunity that you're just going to love. It's like you go in one way and you come out different. You come out elevated. Okay, let's pick a charm to close your reading, group number 3. Ooh, maybe somewhere sunny. Interesting. Got the uncharted sea with the flip-flops energy. Okay, thank you. Whenever I get shoes, it always is a movement indicator for me, because obviously the flip-flops go on your feet and your feet are what move you forward. But what they're saying is they don't want you to, I know this is like going to be easier said than done probably for some of you, especially if you're feeling like this particular, you know, opportunity is outside of your comfort zone. But they're saying to move through this energy or make this decision or embark upon this path with like not necessarily a playful energy, but like a relaxed energy. The more relaxed you can stay as you move through this, the more open you can stay, the better and the easier it's going to be for you. You know, you don't wear flip-flops to go into like a corporate meeting, right? I mean, maybe you do, but that's not what's suggested. It's not what like is expected, right, of you. This feels like as you transition, they want you to do it with a relaxed energy. If you can trust yourself, and no matter what you face, you're going to be able to learn it, handle it, deal with it, move through it, and come out on the other side successful, right? Good news, success and prosperity, emotional fulfillment and success, double successes, miracles, etc. If you can trust that and relax into it, they're saying that the movement forward needs to be in a relaxed fashion, and that's what's going to serve you the best. So I hope this reading serves you, group number 3, and that you will definitely tap into your intuition about this new adventure or this new opportunity to rise when it comes about. And because I think it's just going to be so cool. It's going to teach you so much. And like I said, just help you to elevate as a person. Once again, I hope that these messages served you for the future, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group 4, and welcome to your future gift reading. If you're listening to this, you've chosen the 4th card with the Yellow Aventurine. This feels like we are going to get a burst of energy, but let's see what we have for your future gift card first. All right. Bearing fruit. Yeah. Okay, something coming to abundance, something coming to fruition, something perhaps that you've been working on, gifting you the fruits of your labor, right? Fruits of your labor, they want me to say. And it's a 12-3, so it feels like something that you've creatively been working on or putting lots of, yeah, they said blood, sweat, and tears into perhaps. Okay, they're having me read the energy from the card, the description. Just the key concepts for each. So I'm going to do that for you first. It says, birthing, the results of hard work, an idea or consistent thought manifesting into form, the relationship between the external world and the internal world of feelings and belief. Interesting. This feels like manifestation. So you maybe have been working on manifesting something for a while, both internally, like putting all of your good thoughts and your good energy in alignment with it, and working on the physical plane to also bring it to fruition and manifest it. So like co-creating with spirit, talking to them and your spirit team, doing what you need to do here as a human being. Wow. It also, to me, group number 4, just feels like, I don't know, what is the feeling? It's this feeling of like it being so good, like so satisfying, so maybe so much better than you think it's gonna be. That's the feeling. Especially if you have been putting your hard work, your energy, your time, your thoughts, your emotions into things, and you've been working on it, focused on it. This is an indication that the gift is coming in the fruits of your labor, literally. Like you are going to reap what you have sown. Very cool. I also feel like there's recognition connected to this for some reason. Like you're going to be recognized, or your work maybe is going to be recognized. I don't know. Okay, so they're having me leave this reading in particular pretty open. They haven't had me set like specific intentions for the cards. So we're just pulling and we're seeing where the reading leads us. Yeah, I feel the energy of recognition here coming in. Oh, I'm just gonna move your, your little chips. Okay, let's see what we have. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, see, it feels like you've set the foundation. So a 4 of Pentacles energy is a stabilizing card. In its high expression, it says, I have everything I need plus more. I'm not worried about it. Also, I'm just feeling that there's some foundation that you have set in place and you're gonna be, see this? See, these are coming down. You're receiving on it. The fruit is coming. Ooh, the Devil energy. Interesting. Okay. Normally, I would read a devil card, which, by the way, a devil card is not a hard card, not a bad card. It can be a difficult card. It's a card that often says that we're distracted or we're stuck in old cycles, but I'm not getting a bad vibe from this. This feels like you have been working on setting yourself up in order to be able to break old patterns. I mean, when I'm holding the card, that's literally what's coming through, is like breaking patterns that may be, it could be like ancestral patterns, even things like that, where, maybe your family members or past generations were never able to get to this kind of level, or to, they didn't want to try something and you've tried something and it's going to come to fruition here. The gift is in the bearing of the fruit, which is really kind of cool. The Devil energy is a card, like I said, that can have us distracted or see us in old patterns and old cycles that really aren't serving us. But it's really, truly, it's an empowering card that allows you to get out of those cycles or get out of those prisons that you're keeping yourself in. But here, in this combination, that's not the energy that was coming through, like I'm in a bad pattern or I'm in a bad cycle. Maybe you have been working on getting out of it, or you have previously been in those kinds of cycles, or you've seen that in, how you grew up, or the people that are around you, or like your best friends or whatever, right? You see it around you. But I feel like you've been doing the best that you can to work something out and to set something up. And that in and of itself, it's like spirit wanting me to say to you, good job. Like you are actively breaking these kinds of cycles. So whatever that is, good job. Whatever it is that you have been working on, good job, because you're breaking the cycles of the past. Let's see what else we have. Yeah. There's the wish fulfillment. There's the fruit. Okay, let's see what else we have. The Two of Swords. Interesting. Wow, this is, I feel excited in this group. This group has some really shiny, bright energy, like very excited. See, some people may recognize that like, oh my God, you know, oh, okay, okay. Yeah, the recognition that I was feeling, it feels like you're going to hit this, bear this fruit, that you're going to get this wish fulfilled. The Nine of Cups is like everything's coming to fruition now. And you do not, I always like to say, 9 energy. Think about the suit of, you know, whatever suit of cups, the minor arcana suits. It's 1 through 10, and then you've got 4 court cards there. So it's like 14 cards. That's a journey, right? You start with the ace and then you move right along. And by the time you get to the 9, seeing that the 10 is the closure of like one chapter and then you start another chapter with the court cards. When you get to that 9 energy here, you've done some work, right? It's not like you just started and now we're at the 9. It's like we've made it through here. We've worked for it. You don't get to a 9 of Cups and then not deserve the bounty, not deserve the fruit. So it's like it is a gift, but you've worked for it, group 4, and it's very exciting energy. So if you needed a boost about what you're working on, you know, this is the boost. It feels really fun. What they're saying here with this 2 of Swords is that people may be like a little bit confused about how you got there, how you were able to do this, or I'm feeling this jealousy energy, so I'm just gonna say it. Like I feel like someone, like why are they getting that? You know, especially if you're breaking old patterns. Like if you're in a friend group and you know everybody's doing their own thing, and then you have a win here or a wish that you've been hoping for and working towards does come true, or you're starting to see that fruit being given to you, right? You may have someone being confused around how did they do that, or it may not be jealousy all the time, but I'm feeling that. So for some of you, you may feel that kind of people being like, why is it them and not me? I would say protect yourself against that energy, because Spirit really doesn't want you to be distracted or fall into old patterns of like feeling guilty or shameful because you got this wish fulfillment, or you get to have the fruits, you know, of your labor. There's no reason for you to feel that way. So watch out for that, I would say. If that's resonating with you, just watch out for that energy, because it's not time to back up into old cycles and patterns, because you've been breaking them and you've been working hard in doing that, and you're really setting yourself up. And so like it's a gift again, but you've earned it. The 2 of Swords also can be a decision card, but I'm not picking that up as much. I think people are going to be like a little bit, they may have questions for you, you know, they're going to be recognizing what's happening and going like, wow, some people are going to be really excited for you, I'm sure, like congratulating you. It's very cool energy. We need more information, group 4. Let's ride this out, see what's coming up here. Who's helping you? Mott and fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So yeah, what you've set up is going to work its way out. Even again, if you've been diligently kind of trying to shift something, break something, and it feels tough going or a long time coming is what they're saying right now, you will reap what you have sown. That's what Mott is about. That's what the fairness energy is about. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. The other piece of this is don't let somebody who's like trying to pull you down, you know, get to you. Call upon her to just protect the crap out of you. That's what I would say. Yeah, be like, hey, I need some help here. Thank you. Thank you. And let her just like balance all the energy out and protect you. Stara and fertility. See this? We've got growth. We've got bearing of fruit. It's the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. I would say so. whatever it is that you've been working on may start to bear even more new fruit. So maybe something comes to fruition and you're given a gift that is connected to another new idea or how you can build upon this foundation that you have been creating. So most certainly this is the feeling of it not being over in just one foul swoop. Like, oh, we get to the wish and that's the only wish that's granted. It feels like, that's why I think it feels exciting, because it's like sparkly energy that feels like it's going to continue and morph and change and provide you with, you know, this card and this card together, these two ladies, these two goddesses together, it feels like 2 Fs, by the way, 3 Fs, fruit, fairness, and fertility. Interesting. A, B, C, D, E, F, 6. That's balance. It feels like what's going to happen is there's a balanced receiving that's going to start happening for you. Like, it's not just one wish and then we're done. It's like you've been working to build this foundation and this is just the start of things being fertile in your life or in your occupation or in your home or wherever it is that you are working on, you know? I mean, if this is like you trying to get pregnant, right, then this is an indication that everything's going to work out beautifully. And people may be like, how did you do that? Like, you know, the way that everybody else did it, you just did it a different way, maybe. You had to jump through some hoops or figure it out or build a foundation or set yourself up. You know, people might be confused by that. Yeah. They're like, Spirit's like, they get it, Jodie. Okay, so I'm assuming you understand what I'm saying. Okay, let's get one more card, please. Thank you. Let's see what else we have here. Ooh, wow, bit of a curveball. Okay, okay. They're connecting this energy to this card, this 2 of Swords. I didn't pick this up, and I'm going to put this here, which is on the other side. I mean, it's like the temptation energy, the decision energy. Okay, this is the Lover's card. It says, there are 2 paths ahead. Be true to yourself. So the recognition that I was picking up is what this is connected to. I feel this is connected to for you, group 4. So you may have offers that start coming in, right? 2, or I'm not going to limit it to 2 for you. 2 or more, let's say, that are coming in for you. And they're telling you that you need to follow your heart. You need to be true to yourself. You need to not be distracted by, you know, things that may not be in alignment with who you are or what you've been working for or what you've been working on. And that the way to make the best decision is especially the most fertile decision, the decision that's going to bring more and more of this into your life, this beautiful bearing of fruit into your life, is to be true to yourself, be true to your heart, be true to your intuition. So if you get offers on the back of this offering, of this gift, I would take a minute, make sure you have certain phrases in your back pocket, because the energy feels so exciting that sometimes we can get carried away and you don't know, like, you don't know if you don't know is what they want me to say. Meaning if someone comes up to you or they offer you something, or, you know, something comes across your path or across your desk, or again, something is offered to you. If you don't know who that person is, or you're not quite sure about it, or your intuition is flagging it, or it causes some confusion, or you feel like you're chasing something that isn't truly in alignment with you anymore, I would take a beat, take a step back, you know, use those back pocket phrases like, you know, I'm going to have to think about it. You know, this is such an exciting time. I'm going to have to get back to you on that. Something like that, because they need you to follow your heart and trust yourself. Bit of a warning there with that energy. Oh my gosh, the Fool card, and look, bearing fruit with the 12. They're the same number. Have the courage to embrace change, take risks, and be adventurous. Yeah, this isn't just going to end for you. It's not like you're just going to receive this and that's it, group 4. This is something that's going to continue for a while if you step into it, if you are willing, you know, to be the Fool. The Fool energy is just the person who's willing to take those risks and to... they're saying bet on themselves. So bet on you. You need to bet on you as you're moving forward. It doesn't see the courage to take intuitive risks and have intuitive adventures is very different than just being blinded by your ego, blinded by things like greed or fame or fortune, these kinds of things, right? Check your ego at the door. Okay. Not how I would say it, but okay. Check your ego at the door and tap into what is true for you, because new adventures await you. Be true to yourself. So again, there are 2 paths ahead. Be true to yourself. Have the courage to embrace change, take risks, and be adventurous. Yeah. I'm just verifying that, I keep saying, like, people are going to notice them, huh? And they're like, yep, yes, they are. It almost feels, yeah, like, almost like you're in the spotlight for something, group 4. Okay. Let's see what we have. Activation. Spirit guardian of spring, that's important. This may be happening around the springtime, no matter when you are watching this. I am recording this in February, early February. So spring will be coming up in about, 6 weeks. I mean, exactly. It's the activation energy that I'm picking up on. Look at all this. This is what it feels like, right? The activation of a new adventure, the activation of what it is you've been building upon. It's like, we built it, and activate. So just confirmation there for sure. Something is fertile, something is growing. Lovely. Enchanted Fern Grotto and Refuge. This is what we were picking up on when we were talking about making a decision from your own self and your own soul and your own spirit inside. That if you need to, you can see the magic is found when she kind of allows herself to go into the grotto, into the Enchanted Fern Grotto, and listen within. You'll find that where you need it. And it's important to recognize that if you want to make the best decisions moving forward, especially if you are being recognized, if you're in the spotlight for something, Spirit will test us, on our path. And when things are going good, we don't want to be blinded by that. So take the refuge point if you need it. Go and spend some time in the magic of you, maybe celebrating this new activation in your life. And also like the refuge to activate what it is that you truly desire, what your heart's desire truly is, right? Not what you think you should do or what someone feels like they're pressuring you to do. If you need to take time out, please take it. Group 4. Please take it. Yeah, they're saying like, you built this. It's not somebody else's to decide about. It's like, it's not someone else's decision. That's what they're giving me there. Okay. So these are really fun cards. So Oracle of E, we're going to choose a card, and then I will read the description just because they are light and exciting. Here. No. Ooh, okay. Whoa. I got yelled at there. This? Yes. Okay. Let's see what we have. Godanawi, 29. And as I said, I am definitely going to read. Jeez. Okay. I'll tell you what they're saying. Let me just read this. It says, hope you can hear Bob Marley singing in the distance, because despite what appears to be a physical blip right now, every little thing's gonna be all right. This is a time of sweet, sweet healing, a time of renewal. Take a step back, put your feet up, and soak in the restorative power of the universe. They were saying the word betrayal to me when I was holding this card. So that's important to kind of note that if right now, as you are listening to this, we're talking about future gifts, right? And I'm telling you that this is going to be activated and provided. You're going to reap what you have sown. You're going to be recognized, okay? Things are going to work out for you. If right now you need the message because you have an owie that everything is going to be all right, every little thing is going to be all right, you know? 3 little birds, you know, are on your doorstep, right? Singing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I know it's easier said than done, but Spirit clearly wants you to understand that. If something is hard, or again, if there's been a betrayal of some sort, it's like someone has harmed you or hurt you in some way. That could be physically, emotionally, I don't know what it is, but it feels like something was disappointing perhaps, or something along your path of building whatever you're building or working on whatever you're working on. There's been some, tougher times perhaps. Spirit wants you to know in this moment that you're doing a very good job, and you are breaking old cycles. Maybe some people don't like that, or they're trying to pull you in again to certain cycles that are not good for you, and it's hurtful and like makes you sad, but everything's going to be all right. They need you to know that, okay? Got Nowie? That's okay. They're helping to take care of that. Soak in the restorative energy of the universe. It may be that you need the refuge right now. Could be. If that's the case, they're saying take it. All right, we are going to close your reading with a couple of affirmations. Of course, feel free to take them and to use them if they feel like they're resonating with you. Thank you. Okay. So we have, when I honor my feelings, I find my power in powerless situations. So again, I feel like this is speaking to this energy here. I'm so sorry if you've gone through something that has been hard, because that's not fun. But they're telling you, instead of pushing it away, if that's what you've been doing, it may be time to actually honor your feelings. And that way, especially if you do feel the powerless energy where you feel like there's nothing you can do, to change something, you'll reclaim your power, reclaim your light by, by actually listening to your feelings and honoring how it is that you felt about it. And then, dun da da, here's that sparky energy. Happiness is a choice I make. So perhaps in the end of your reading, we can see that they're pinpointing something that's been going on below the surface here, or something that happened perhaps on your path to bearing this fruit, or getting to a point where you're really going to be offered the fruits of your labor. And so if that's the case for you, please, group number 4, take a moment to honor your feelings. It's going to only help you get into this wish fulfillment energy, this kind of fertile energy, this new path that's going to be coming up, or new adventures, or this continued abundant energy, and to continue to be choosing your own happy, right? Because of course, the truth is no one can take away your happy unless you allow them to. And sometimes we get mixed up. We get, we get attached to people. That's what we're all doing here on the physical plane, getting attached to certain people. And sometimes it's not so fun, or people are not so nice, or things happen, life happens. And so they really just want you to make sure that you're taking time to honor that energy, because what's coming up in the future is something absolutely wonderful, where you are going to reap what you have sown in an amazing way. And I feel like some people are going to be like, oh my God, group 4, oh my goodness. All right, let's pull a chart for the close of your reading. The Hamsa hand, symbol of massive amounts of protection. Wow, the close of your reading. I feel like this group feels like they definitely have a protection guide, and now we're getting this because you see how this kind of shifted here at the end of your reading. We were getting such exciting energy, and then we went into a refuge energy and into this. It's like there's a protection guide that's telling you it's okay for you to take refuge. It's okay for you to stop and take a moment to feel. It may be because coming up, you are going to be recognized, and you're going to need the space, the emotional space to do that. And so I just feel, this is protecting you from harm. There's this line of energy that's coming in that says if we don't release, then we keep it with us, and it's like there's a fear that comes up that makes us nervous about being hurt again, or being harmed again, or being betrayed again, etc. And they need you to feel that in order for you to be able to release it and know that you are wholly protected, that you are supported, that your spirit team, the universe, etc. It's supporting you in this. You are completely protected. They want you to know that to close your reading. So what an energy you've got coming in. And by the way, again, group number 4, Spirit is very proud of you. Well done. You have been working towards this, and it is going to make its way into your world. So I hope that you are ready to recognize that and be recognized, to bear the fruits of your labor, and to allow this to kind of be a continued energy in your life, to continue to welcome abundance, make choices in alignment for you, to like leave the past behind and choose your happy every single day and be open to new adventures. So I hope that this serves you, and I will see you in the next reading.